I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
This is a review from Miguel Huerta. Thank you so much for the request. If anyone wants to request anything, pretty much any type of video, you'd either do it directly via my Patreon or join my... I fucked up already. My brain is now waking up. My brain's now waking up from this boring fucking movie, man. Send in a request directly via my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. The links are down below in the info box. You can send a message through Patreon when you join, or you can request it directly via my PayPal, leave a message, what video you want. If not, no worries, but if so, links are down below. See, I'd rather talk about that than this movie because I have reviewed this film in the past, but I think it got taken down because of some BS. It is a film called The Lift, directed by Dick Maas, who I've enjoyed some of his movies. I liked Amsterdam, which I thought was a fun slasher film that takes place in the canals of Amsterdam, which has a boat chase worthy of a James Bond movie. Really liked Amsterdam. One of the gems of a slasher movie. And then he did the remake of this, called The Shaft, also known as Down, which is so much better than this. Tremendously better than this. And I don't understand why the fuck this movie has a 6.2, but the remake, which is better on dialogue, acting, fun, music, has a 4.6. So you tell me a remake that has more of a budget, more fun, more spectacle, more entertaining in its B-moviness than this boring, dull, drab affair. Oh, like that remake is a 4.6. This is a 6.2. And people go, well, yeah, well, the original was meant as a black comedy. Like, the remake isn't? And what black... I didn't see any fucking black humor in this. I saw a very drab, dry, boring film as if they'd taken this stupid, silly idea way too fucking seriously. But part of me is like, okay, you want to take it seriously. It doesn't work. A lightning storm happens, 4 people get stuck in an elevator, they're suffocating, doors did open up. Lead character is this elevator technician. The dubbing is awful. The dubbing seems like they went into some fucking radio program, not for a fucking movie. And I'm sorry, the dubbing is awful. The characters, there's nothing to it. There's the electrician guy. There's the female journalist. Their dialogue, nothing I can fucking mention as memorable or funny or entertaining. This is more straightforward of a film. It's more of a fucking boring film. That's this big sin. This movie's boring. The few things that happen, the elevator doors open up, blind man falls through. Guy gets his head stuck, gets his head cut off. Peekaboo with the little girl, she gets saved last minute. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Maybe, okay, there's one other scene where a guy tries to hit a button and a body falls through. Now, granted, this is all in the remake. But it was done with a bigger budget, more finesse in its visuals, better actors. I mean, the remake, you got Ron Perlman, you got Michael Ironside, you got Dan Hedaya, you got Edward Herrmann. One of the leads is Naomi Watts, who's a good actress. Even the guy was better than this guy. And at least in the remake, you have more crazier stuff, like the skater that just pulled to the roof and fucking thrown off pretty much the top of the fucking building. You got the moment where a bunch of women, they're pregnant and they go into fucking labor. At least you got the SWAT team and one of them gets cut in half. At least you got the fucking elevator literally losing its top and going up and crashing through the roof and going down. It's on fire. You even got a fucking bazooka in the mix in the remake. Here, maybe that's the other thing. I saw the remake first. And then long ago, I did this thing called first time viewing, which I found some gems. Shakma, Murder by Phone with Richard Chamberlain. But I found some fucking duds, like Feeders, Feeders 2, and this fucking movie. I'm doing first time viewing. I'm like, you know what? I saw the remake. I enjoyed it. Let me check out the original. No wonder he wanted to remake his movie. Granted, he did because it was successful. And critics liked it. I don't know why. I'm sorry. It's a killer elevator movie. I'm not going to be scared when you're taking a fucking killer elevator movie this fucking seriously. Come on now. That's why the remake, let's liven it up. Let's have one of the first scenes be the night watchman looking at women across the street. You get some titties. That's why we have more stuff happening, more crazy outlandish stuff. Let's have a fucking bazooka to kill the heart of this creature. Let's have Aerosmith at the end of the movie playing. Like you hear the song, "Love in an elevator, living it up when you're going down." That's how the remake ends. Perfect song for that kind of movie. And you know what kind of movie it is? A fun B movie that knows it has a sense of humor. This movie could barely tell it had any fucking sense of humor. None. I couldn't see that at all. I really couldn't. I could not. And the finale is just so lame compared to the remake. He goes up in the elevator. He tries to look for someone that's not there. He comes back. He has a chair. Just close. The elevator doors break the chair. He opens it up. He goes up. Sees his panel with a little bit of snot, mucus in there. Stabs it. And the elevator just goes this. Pretty much messing with the guy's back. so making the guy's back bleeding a little bit. Then it stops. The journalist gets him out. Guy comes in who worked on the thing because it deals with computer chips, computer that reproduces itself. Then I guess one last thing, it decides to grab the guy and hang him. And then I guess it dies? Because they don't do anything else. So I guess its dying breath, it decided to hang this guy. In the remake, at least, oh shit, that's happening. Let me get the bazooka. Kill it. Here, I guess is dead, and that was his dying last fucking thing to do. And then our characters walk down the stairs. This movie's just fucking boring. It's slow. It's tedious. It has bad dubbing. It's not going for gore. It's not going for fun. It's not trying to do any of that. It's taking this idea way too fucking seriously, way too fucking slow, way too fucking tedious. The movie's like an hour and 38 minutes long. And again, you want to see what the elevator does? Traps the four, almost suffocate. Blind man falls down. Guy, head cut off. Peekaboo with the girl. Or a body falls through the scaring a guy who's going to enter the elevator. That's it. And then it's either the lead elevator technician getting shit taught by his fucking wife, thinking cheating on her, or trying to chat with the journalist, or talking to the guy who saw his friend get killed, trying to get answers from him, but he doesn't, or talking to this other guy, talking about computers that reproduces itself and chips that reproduce themselves. And they just go on so long. And the dubbing doesn't help either. And I do give credit to some of the lighting. Some of the lighting was decent. Like one of the first times a character gets into, I think the lead character gets into the elevator, there's a little bit of reddish hue. Okay, the lighting. Some of the music, the score, is not that bad. Not that bad. I've heard better, but I've heard way worse. Not that bad of a score. That's it. That's it. To me, the remake outshines this. It's faster paced, not nearly as boring, looks slicker because of his budget. The acting is better. You have some fun bits of dialogue. You have more stuff happening, more outlandish stuff. This is a fucking killer elevator movie. It's a killer elevator film. Come on now. We're talking about an outlandish, silly, stupid idea. An elevator that kills people. Some fun should be had with that idea. Some entertainment value. Not this fucking boredom that this fucking movie is. But I guess people like boring movies. I you know what? I'm not trying to be mean. It's just me being my honest opinion. I guess people like boring films. If you want to see a killer elevator film, make sure it's fucking boring and straight-faced and straightforward. Because you'll get a 6.2 on IMDb, while a fun remake gets a 4.6. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't want to get it. Like STD. You don't want to get it. Delift. Sounds like a fucking STD. I got the lifts. Where'd you get that from? Because she lied. She said she was clean. She was full of shit. Well, that wasn't all she was full of. Put it up. Put it up. You fucking lifts. Get the lifts off me. Fuck the lift. Lift your ass off the fucking seat. Walk out the fucking door. And don't hit it. Don't quit it. Get the fuck out of it. You want to see a fun version of this? Go watch the remake. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's a hell of a lot more fun than this. Fuck this movie. I said fucked it when I reviewed it back in the day. That I don't think the review is up anymore, Sally. I'll say fucked it again. Fuck this movie. The remake was a lot fucking better. Later.